Memory Trading Center, Your Forgotten Contracts. Entity number 124, Memory Merchant. Concord Entity Classification System. Habitats. Theoretically level 9, the suburbs, and level 227, megaflora. Indexed Entity Threat Score. Danger, 2. Intelligence, A+. Class, enigmatic. Properties, reality-altering, benevolent, radiological hazard, and neurological hazard. General description. Entity 124, often regarded as Memory Merchant, is a singular entity that inhabits level 227, megaflora, and takes its victims from level 9, the suburbs. Footnote: it's unclear whether the entity no-clips wanderers from level 9 to level 227, megaflora, or to its pocket dimension, as all of its reported encounters have only been from level 9, the suburbs, and as they share a great resemblance. Other than this, there have also been unconfirmed reports of the entity supposedly saying the location is somewhere within level 227, megaflora. End footnote. Possessing powers that can affect one's neurological network. Entity 124 can cause confusion, lightheadedness, dizziness, and temporary memory loss. The strength of these effects is proportionate to the distance from it. Other than distorting your brain signals at close proximity, it is also capable of making deals and signing contracts, with the main currency traded being memories. Memories can be borrowed, sold, or traded for another memory of the same value, all according to the entity's valuations. Each memory has different values, but can be categorized into two groups: pain and joy. If you trade for new memories, pain is the better option, as it is not only beneficial to you, but its value is also higher when compared to joy. If you're trading for objects or power like cash, intelligence, etc., joy will be superior compared to pain. Their value is determined by how important or triggering that memory is to you. The more it is, the higher the value of that memory. Sometimes, trades accommodate for knowledge. Footnote: from this, it is also theorized and partially confirmed that the entity had acquired endless knowledge on possibly all aspects. This earned the entity A+ intelligence on the Indexed Entity Threat Score. End footnote. Fame or physical abilities like better eyesight, stronger limbs, and many more. Other than raw memories, trades with memory jars can also be done, which function the same. After a trade, the victim will not remember anything about the encounter, the deal, or the entity's presence, simply living like nothing had occurred. It is not exactly known what Entity 124 can do, but, based on the transcribed audio file from underneath, it is clear that the memory merchant can and will kill humans in certain situations. The entity is presumably believed to be unable to move, as none of the videotapes have recorded its traversing method. However, every time a new victim may stumble upon its grasp, a completely new and dissimilar environment from the previous is formed. From this, it's possible that Entity 124 either only moves when it's not in an interaction, or that its surroundings constantly change. In testing, it is confirmed that victims during the encounter with Entity 124 will stay asleep no matter the disturbance of the environment or damage to the body. The victim also won't be clipping out of level 9, the suburbs, as long as they stay within Entity 124's pocket dimension, or, supposedly, level 227, megaflora. Behaviors. Entity 124 is normally neutral and composed. However, in some extraordinary circumstances, it can be agitated and may even cause harm. It talks in a psychic-type sound wave that can't be recorded by capturing devices. However, it still creates statics and blurs video recordings. Its voice is described as warm and nostalgic, almost sounding like the entity had been met and befriended a long time ago. It also seems highly sensitive towards contents relating to Level 9, the suburbs, and talking about it may cause the entity to lose its temper, usually leading to casualty. Communication with the entity will decide whether one may survive or perish. Biology. Image caption. A blurry photograph of Entity 124. Footnote. This photograph of the entity was taken during a special operation by drone on 14/October/2023. It is also believed to be the first ever photo captured of this entity. End footnote. Biology. Entity 124 appears to be a floating stellated octahedron. Note, see the Wikipedia article on stellated octahedron. Footnote. Put in simpler terms, it's a compound formed by two regular tetrahedra intertwined in such a way that the faces of one correspond to the vertices of the other, and their edges cross at right angles. The stella octangula numbers are figure-8 numbers that can count the number of spheres that can be arranged into the shape of a stellated octahedron, which includes 124 when given side lengths of 12 spheres, and hence the entity's ID number. End footnote. With side lengths of approximately 12 meters in its base form. The within of its structure is completely transparent, most likely hollow. Entity 124 has a light magenta hue on its main body and a blinding lime glow surrounding it. However, the entity can modify its appearance, shape, size, or color, and seemingly has no limit in doing so. Physical interactions with the entity have proven ineffective, possibly implying that the entity is either non physical or exists on strange virtual dimensions. Discovery. Entity 124's discovery was very late thanks to its memory wiping abilities, which hindered Wanderer's ability to describe its existence after leaving its domain. Footnote. There have been multiple reports of Wanderers forgetting large amounts and/or having wrong memories prior to the entity's discovery. End footnote. It was finally discovered on 13/August/2023 by an unknown person via an audio file from a recorder. The recorder was found lying on a bed in one of Level 9, the suburbs, houses, likely turned on accidentally while they were slumbering. Underneath is the transcribed text file of the audio recording. They'll be regarded as A from this point on. View transcripted text file 1. Begin audio recording. 11/August/2023. 01:32 a.m. The audio started with 3 hours of continuous snoring. Loud shuffling and sliding sounds can be heard. A loud thud. A. Ugh. Huh? Static. A. What? Abrupt shifts and shuffles. A. What's happening? Returns to static for a while. A. What do you mean by deals? Static. A. No, why would I ever want to do that? How can I leave this place? I wanted to rest on my bed, and now I'm here in this. Huh. Is this. Is this just a dream? Static. A. I told you, why would I ever want to do that? Can you shut the censored foul language up? It's rare for this kind of dream to occur. Static, but this time much louder and more distorted. A. What can you do? Kinda menacing. Censored foul language. Aren't you? Static, but this time even louder, longer, and more distorted than before. accompanied by a rising low hum. A "Whoa!" screaming can be heard fading into the background along with glitchy voices and loud thuds. Distorting and eerie sounds continue to get picked up for nearly 4 more minutes before the audio file is cut short. Beginning of recording 5/September/2023 9:04 p.m. An hour and a half of bed shufflings, mumbling, snoring, and small wind gusts. Loud sliding and cracking sound is heard. A loud thud, as if contacting with a wooden surface. Water splash. B. Ow! What is this? Static. B. Oh. Hi. What are you? Where am I? Long static. Almost 10 minutes. B. I see. I'm not really interested, but if you insist. Static. B. Well, I don't like the sound of that. How about the time when I censored personal information? It'll be great if you can swap it out. Static. Yeah, that'll be a good one. Soft static. Ow! So it's her. Ow! Ah! Make it stop! Ah! Contact with the wooden surface along with screaming. Slightly louder static. Bumping and sliding. Soft contact with fabric. B. Whoa! Loud bump as if the recorder had fallen onto the ground. Companion 1. Hey, what's wrong? You were screaming. Companion 2. Was it a nightmare? Are you alright? B. Oh, sorry. I think it was. I'm fine. Shuffles. B. Whispering. Huh? Why is my recorder on? Probably laid on it while sleep. Recorder gets turned off by the Wanderer. End of recording. The person successfully survived an encounter with the entity. The recording was fortunately found and turned in for documentation by B's group. Footnote: their exact names won't be mentioned at the request of B's group. End footnote. However, it is unclear what was traded to B, as the details of the deal was erased by the merchant's ability. Do's and don'ts. Do. Only trade one unremarkable and insignificant memory unless you absolutely understand what you are doing. Stay polite, friendly, and cooperative towards the entity. Create your own requests instead of waiting for the entity to offer you. Simply try to avoid resting in level 9 as much as possible. If it's required for you to travel through level 9 for long periods of time, limit your time to a minimum. Don't talk or mention anything about level 9 in front of Entity 124. Be impolite, swear, or mock the entity. Attempt to assault or harm the entity with any methods. Express general hostility toward the merchant. Documented and published by the Meg, for humanity's better future. Entity 124 is still neither well understood nor fully documented. Unknown behaviors or abilities can afflict unpredictable consequences. If one may attempt an intentional encounter with it, despite so, it is advised to stick to known precautions and stay alerted at all times.